Good afternoon, everybody. You know who it is. Could be your friend Jim, or what's left of him. Worked overtime days on Sunday and then switched and worked overtime on nights last night. So if I'm a little disheveled, that's why. I hadn't worked a graveyard in about 4 months, so it's an adjustment. But had a good shift and I ain't complaining. I'm getting to work overtime. So if I sound like I'm complaining, believe me, I'm not. I'm grateful I got to work, make a little extra money. I don't worship money, but it's kind of a handy thing to have when you have kids and you're trying to pay bills and fun things like that. And speaking of bills, in the $1.2 trillion or ever how much it is, nobody knows. Somebody said it cost, they added up, it cost $5 trillion. So that there's an automatic 30% hike on natural gas. So hope everybody likes paying higher electric bills. That's always fun, considering how much the food prices have jumped and the gas prices are going to continue to go. President Poopy Pants is wanting to shut another pipeline down. So this crisis is all man-made. It has to be. It's intentional. The supply chain, the shortages, the price of gas. They said the president doesn't control the price of gas, so that's a lie. If you look at the mainstream media, and it's sort of like the old story about the Army recruiter, how do you tell when they're lying? When their mouth's moving. I'm not talking about me now, I'm talking about mainstream media. So I hope you're ready for what could be a dark winter, a hungry winter, and a cold winter. Of course, everybody knows that China told their people to put up for a year. Sure, I don't know for a year, but start stockpiling food. I think Russia gave their folks the same message. But here, everything's fine. Just move along. It's a crazy world we live in, or somebody say we live in exciting times. Exciting things happening in the world. I think there'll be more civil unrest this winter. That's just my opinion. I think when people start getting hungry and are struggling to keep a roof over their head, and they're maybe choosing between buying food and buying other things they need, the anger's palpable, and I think that's why they keep stirring the pot to keep us pitted at one another. That's just my opinion. Harder to control us if we all got together and saw who what the real problem was. And I'm not just bashing President Poopy Pants. I'm talking about both sides. Not a big fan of either. Although there are a few that I like, but not many. But that's just my take. Excuse me. A little phlegmy this morning, I apologize. Worked with leaves yesterday and got my sinuses a little agitated. I can't, now that's better. Maybe now that glare won't be so bad. But since I've worked overtime, I'm gonna push some of my projects back just a little bit that I was wanting to do. I'm gonna try it. I know what I want to do on my 5-gallon buckets. And one of these days I'll kick on that little rocket stove. But as you can see, my leaves have gotten out of hand. Can't get my big leaf blower to work, so I'm using a little electric. So it takes me a while to get them up. So those videos are coming, so eventually. No need to nag a man about doing something he said he's going to do. Just give him 6 months to a year and it'll get done. But I hadn't been able to afford as many preps. I still, when I go to the grocery store, I still throw in a few extra cans of this and that. Maybe a small bag of beans and rice. Sort of prepping on a budget right now, but things are looking up. Things are turning around, so that's good. Don't really like working the holidays, but I get to work Thanksgiving, so that'll be nice. That's like working 2 shifts of overtime right there when you get double time and a half. So that's it for today. Let me know what you're doing. Do you think that the dark winter is upon us that President Potato Head talked about last year? I think it is. And there's another mess. I got my 3 batteries on my electric leaf blower quit before I could get those moved where I can mow them. I don't bag them up. I use quite a bit of them in my compost pile, and I use a mulching blade and mulch the rest of them up. Looks like my rooster is thinks it's morning. They're doing good. They're kind of sporadic on their egg production. Got 2 day before yesterday, got 6 yesterday. I also got to blow the top of the run off, if you can see that, because if I don't, I'm afraid if we get a good snow that it's going to collapse it. But I hadn't named any of my chickens, but you can see that weird looking funky silky rooster, I hope. So if anybody wants to throw out a suggestion for a name for him, I'd appreciate it. Just something to do. But I hope you like the video. Like I say, my thoughts are kind of scattered. I haven't been up long. It's about 12:15 now. I hadn't been up quite an hour yet. So grabbed a little something to eat. Drank a cup of coffee. Getting ready to go get another cup of coffee. Try to get woken up. Worked a little on the leaves, and I'm going to cook dinner tonight. So since I'm off, it's the least I could do. And do some things inside. I know what I want to do with my 5-gallon buckets. It's just doing it because I'm going to be working in the yard while it's pretty. I think it's supposed to rain Thursday, but I think it's later in the day, so I probably won't do it Thursday. I'll be out here. Still got to clean some more up in my garden. But that's it for today. If you're new here, I appreciate you coming by. I hope you like the videos. If you do, give them a thumbs up. If not, you know what to do. Leave comments and tips and suggestions. I learned a lot off all the prepping shows and channels I watch. A lot of good information. People out there know a whole lot more about what they're doing than I do. That's where I go to when I have questions. Just search it. So everybody take care. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you here in a few more days. Adios, friends.